Ever wondered why the same cup of coffee costs more than it did a year ago? This phenomenon isn't exclusive to your beloved brew. It's something we witness across various goods and services, and it's called inflation. When the general price level of these goods and services rise over a period of time, that's inflation at work. It's a subtle but persistent force that keeps nudging the cost of your everyday essentials upwards. That's right, inflation is why your favorite cup of coffee is now a little bit more expensive. But why does inflation happen, you ask? Well, let's break it down. Inflation is like a game of tug of war. On one side, we have demand. When people want more goods and services than what's available, prices can rise. This is called demand-pull inflation. On the other side, we have supply. If production costs increase, such as wages or raw materials, businesses may pass these costs on to consumers, leading to cost-push inflation. But that's not all. Sometimes, the government gets involved in this tug-of-war. If a government prints more money, there's more cash flowing around. This might sound like a good thing, but it can actually reduce the value of money, causing inflation. This is known as monetary inflation. Inflation can also be influenced by external factors. For instance, if a country relies heavily on imported goods, changes in exchange rates can impact the cost of these goods, leading to imported inflation. So, inflation can occur due to a variety of factors, from increased demand and costs to changes in government policies. Now that we know what causes inflation, what does it mean for you and me? Well, inflation can have a significant impact on our daily lives. One of the most noticeable effects is the erosion of purchasing power. This means that as inflation rises, the value of money falls and you can buy less with the same amount of money. Ever noticed how the cost of your favorite coffee seems to creep up over time? That's inflation at work. Inflation also increases the cost of living, making everything from groceries to rent more expensive. It can even impact your savings and investments. If the rate of inflation is higher than the interest rate on your savings, you're actually losing money in real terms. Moreover, inflation can affect economic stability and growth. High inflation can lead to uncertainty and can discourage spending and investment, potentially slowing down economic growth. Inflation, then, has a far-reaching impact on our daily lives, from the cost of our coffee to our savings and the overall economy. So, to sum things up, inflation is an economic phenomenon where the overall price of goods and services increases over time. It's caused by various factors like government policies, demand and supply dynamics, and global economic influences. The effects of inflation are far-reaching, influencing everything from our daily purchases to long-term investments. Inflation, quite simply, is a rise in prices that affects our daily lives in more ways than one. So next time you're buying that cup of coffee, remember the role of inflation in that price tag.